Hi guys, today I'm going to be filming a get ready with me video using the Urban Decay Feminine Palette. I'm going to start out using Benefit's Porefessional Primer to prime my face and minimize my pores. Next I'm going in with e.l.f.'s Mineral Infused Face Primer in Radiant Glow, and just adding a little bit of primer to my face to add more of a glow and more life to my face. Then I'm going to mix two foundations. I'm mixing the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 in 810 and the Revlon ColorStay for normal to dry skin in 150 Buff. I'm just working that in with my hands, but on that day it wasn't working into my skin as nicely as I would have liked, so after I get foundation all over my face and start to get it rubbed in, I'm also going to go in with the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and kind of buff it into my skin to make it look a little bit more flawless and natural. Then I'm going to use the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller to kind of cover up some of my dark circles and bags and depuff a little bit. It's got a metal roller ball at the top that helps a little bit with depuffing. Going in with Benefit's Hoola Lift, I'm just going to brighten under my eyes a little bit. I used a triangular shape and then I just pat it in so that there's a little bit more brightness under my eyes and the bags are a little bit less noticeable. The Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer in Light Golden, and this is a really high coverage concealer. A little bit goes a really long way, so I'm just going to use that all over any blemishes or imperfections that I have on my face. Using the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Creamy Natural and the Real Techniques Buffing Brush, I'm just going to set my foundation and concealer. First I'm going to kind of pat it and then I'm going to buff it in a little bit to my skin. Contour, I'm going to use Benefit's Hoola Bronzer that's in their Cabana Glama kit. I'm also going to use the Sigma Large Angled Contour F40. I'm just going to contour in the hollows of my cheeks and then around the edges of my face and down my neck a little bit. For blush, I'm going to be using both a cream and powder blush today. So I'm going to start with Tarte Natural Cheek Stain in True Love with the Real Techniques Stippling brush and put that over my cheeks where I didn't put powder before. Then I'm going in with Milani's Baked Blush in Berry Amore, and I'm using the Real Techniques Multitask brush. As you can see, I got a little bit too heavy-handed with the blush, so I'm just going to go back in with my buffing brush that I used earlier with my powder and blend it into my face a little bit to make it look a little less intense. highlighting, I'm going to use the Balm's Mary Luminizer with the Real Techniques contour brush. Next, I'm going to prime my eyes with the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, which came with my Lorac Pro palette. To fill in and shape my eyebrows, I'm going to go in with the YBF Automatic Eyebrow Pencil in Universal Taupe. And I'm going to use the spoolie on one end and then the eyebrow pencil on the other just to fill in and shape my brows a little bit more. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Beige, and this is just a light nudie color. All the eyeshadow is going to come from the Urban Decay Feminine Palette, and I'm going to start with the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush with Bordello and work that into my crease. I'm going in with an Artistry eye contour brush and the color AC/DC and putting that all over my lid. Next, I'm going to use the color Skimp to highlight. I'm going to use my finger just to brush it underneath my brow bone. And then I'm going to go in with the Sigma pencil brush E30. And then also use the same Artistry eye contour brush to work it into the inner corner and the inner third of my eye. Then I'm just going to go back in with the E40 and that Bordello color and refresh my crease a little bit, reinforce the color that's been faded away a little bit. To add a little bit more depth and dimension, I'm just going to go in with Gunmetal and the E40 again, and I'm going to brush that into the outer corner and outer crease. To line the upper lash line, I'm going to use Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Pencil in 0. I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Riot on my lower lash line. Going in with the Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm going to smudge out that liner using AC/DC in the outer corner. And then in the middle third, I'm going to use Bordello again. And on the inner corner, I'm going to go back in with Skimp and just reinforce what I did earlier. Going back in with the Urban Decay liner in 0, I'm just going to line my waterline. For my eyelashes, I'm going to be layering mascaras today. First, I'm going to start out with my Tweezerman eyelash curler and just curl my eyelashes. Then I'm going to go in with a sample I have of the Dior Show Extase mascara and then just coat the top and bottom lashes. Next I'm going to go in with the Benefit They're Real mascara and just layer that on top of the Dior Show mascara we just used to make my eyelashes a little bit more in your face and voluminous. I'm going to use the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey, and then on top of that I'm going to layer the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in Nude Pink. So this is the final look up close. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, see you soon.